The rise of the Decepticons has often been discussed in lore, from the unionizing of Cybertron's lower class for equality to a seizing of power in terms of conquest. Today's entry in the Teletran 1 database will focus on the rise of the notorious Decepticons and their leader, Megatron, in the IDW 2005 comic continuity. Megatron started as a regular energon miner in the orbits of Cybertron, working with many other lower-class Cybertronians in order to stay alive. Desiring to become a medic, he wished for societal reform so other Transformers like himself would not be predetermined in their roles in society by what they transform into. Megatron would then begin to write for this change in society, with his writings growing more and more popular with the Cybertronians who worked in the mines and other lower-class positions. Megatron would share his writings of peaceful change and reform. This all would change when he was wrongfully convicted during a bar fight by upper-class Cybertronians. Due to his work wishing for change, this conviction was soon used as a way to eliminate him for his desire for peaceful reform, eventually spared thanks to Orion Pax's desire for justice. This event would shape Megatron into slowly wishing for violent reform. He would soon be transferred to more dangerous installations of mining, separated from his former colleagues. Though brutal, Megatron took pride in the work as well as other miners. This all changed, however, when a surprise visit from an Autobot senator. The senator spoke of relocating all the workers in the mines due to automation of the mines, leaving them without work. This enraged the Decepticons, wanting to keep working. They spoke against this change. Then, an Autobot guard then quickly killed an unarmed worker, leading Megatron to rise against this cruelty. Grabbing his mining tool, he throws it at the senator, critically injuring him, leading to conflict. Megatron would then be apprehended before a revolution starts to form, in which he would escape eventually and flee to the shady depths of Kaon. Megatron's fellow miners of Rumble and Frenzy would be the first members to join his newfound revolution. For more information on them, please see my video on the Soundwaves cassettes. Megatron would use the underworld as a place to grow his power in the gladiatorial arena, gaining followers to his cause and displaying his ruthless power. This would catch the attention of the Autobot secret police, who assigned multiple units in order to monitor this activity. A unit consisting of Autobot Bumper and Fastback stake out the rising Decepticon threat. Seeing that a new group of his followers, the Constructicons, a group of Decepticon engineers, are disposing of who stand in Megatron's way while aiding his goals, the Autobot duo is ambushed by agents of the corrupt Cybertronian senator, Ratbat. Ratbat wishes to capitalize off the rising Megatron by supplying him with weapons in order for Ratbat to gain a higher position in the Cybertronian government. He sends Soundwave and his unit to speak to Megatron, joining his cause for reform and pledging allegiance to Megatron in his Decepticon ideology. Megatron would then torture the two Autobot scouts, with Soundwave getting information out of the weakened pair. Megatron then disposes of the Autobots, leaving a trail of energon in his wake. Megatron is now rebuilding himself due to extensive damages, equipping himself with stronger and more deadly weaponry, which in turn gaining more followers through his power in the gladiatorial arena. Decepticons such as Starscream and his aerial team, the Seekers, would pledge undying loyalty to Megatron during this time. Megatron would later reach out to a shunned senator known as Shockwave. This senator was carrying out unethical experiments in order to protect Cybertron. Megatron gave him the means to do so in return for the learning of creating a combiner, a Transformers Titan constructed from multiple Transformers combining together. Megatron, now confident in gaining more resources, orchestrates a mass bombing and multiple attacks upon the Autobot Senate and the guard detail, as well as key Cybertronian assets like factories and transportways, even leading to the kidnapping of an Autobot senator who originally wished to automate the mines. These attacks would still not make the Autobot Senate cave in to the demands of the reform, until a plan orchestrated by Soundwave would occur to murder the Autobot Senate. Megatron and his followers would allow themselves to be captured and detained while Soundwave would engage the second phase. Starscream would be in the trial chamber being subjugated for his crimes, and attacks committed in the name of reform. He would then activate his null rays and fire upon the Senate court, with Soundwave breaking in to deal with any stragglers. Hearing that the Senate cut comms, Autobot guards begin to wonder what is happening, leading to Megatron to break free thanks to his followers liberating him. He then demands that all prisoners, no matter who, shall be freed in the name of the Decepticon cause. Megatron would then be offered a high-powered blaster, the infamous fusion cannon, to then cement his rule upon Cybertron. His newly freed and pledging followers would then attack the higher-class Autobots of Cybertron, destroying anything in their wake, targeting civilians and government officials. In the chaos, Autobot soldiers would then be sent to quell the attack to no avail. The aerial superiority of the Decepticons would lead many Autobots going missing in action. During the conflict, Soundwave would visit Ratbat, his original boss, to get rid of the deceitful senator, turning his body into the famous micro-cassette of a bat. Meanwhile, Megatron would then fight the cruel Sentinel Prime, a thorn in Megatron's side. With Megatron becoming victorious, he would execute Sentinel Prime, ending the cruel Autobots' enforcement, thus giving birth to the Decepticon movement and the cementation as a true threat to the Autobot cause.